All right, we're back. D&D Sports Network. Listen, were they? Are they? Yes, they are. And it is Chapmanville against Wesley Christian out of Allen, Kentucky. And we didn't know if this game was going to happen, but it is happening. And it looks like it's going to tip off about 9:05. So you want to tell a friend to lock in, tune in. One of your very first chances to see Chapmanville on the D&D Sports Network. And man, oh man, are they loaded again. Ready to make a run. Coach Brad Napper and the crew looking to make another run at a state championship. Keaton Terry getting closer and closer to returning from that broke hand wrist that he suffered in an ATV accident. And but man, oh man, no worries, Chapmanville fans. Dakota Dalton locked in. Football season over. He's back. One of the top combo guards in the state of West Virginia, as tough as they come. And he's getting ready. He's warming up. And then over on Wesley Christian's side, don't know a lot about Wesley Christian. I know they're coached by Peyton Adams. And Peyton Adams is a former player of his own right that could flat out go. But Peyton Adams is here and leading his Wesley Christian team. For what I understand, they may have just played a game earlier.
At Ironton.
At Ironton.
Yeah.
So kudos to those guys for coming here, holding to their commitments, because it would have been very well understandable that, hey, you just played a game, can't make it down. But they're here, and they're ready to go.
Here and fired up, Coach.
They're fired up, and the crowd's fired up. Rocky 3, the Tiger, playing in the background here at Chapmanville. And always a good crowd here. There was a great crowd. If you just tuning in, you missed a great game between Martin County and Logan, the number 2 ranked team in the state of West Virginia. Back and forth there for a little bit, and Logan was able to pull that thing out and get the W behind strong rebounding by Logan. They controlled the glass. Physical. And listen, Perry Central over in Kentucky, very physical team, but I don't think this is the first time Martin County has faced a team with their size and physicality. So always adjustment. No reason to get down, Martin County fans. You're 4-2 and played well on the road in West Virginia. And you know, not always easy to go across state lines and play a tough ranked team. Same thing for West Virginia coming over to Kentucky.
And Logan was hungry for a win, Coach.
And Logan was hungry, and Lambert went off 30-plus points. 36 on the evening. And on the other side, Devin Maynard returned, and man, oh man, maybe had his best game I've seen him have in a long time. Defensively, offensively, getting it done. And
well, he finally gets to get his mind off of football.
Yeah, that's right.
It was over with after that, so he's focused in on basketball.
That's exactly right. As captains, well, no, warm-up's still going on. I thought they were bringing captains to the middle of the court. And just a tough shooting night for Martin County in that loss to Logan. Credit Coach Hatcher for a great game plan. Keithley maybe had his season low field goal percentage. It happens, and Mills and Dowell's not knocking down threes like they normally do either. So tough shooting night. Logan getting their first win. No time to keep your head down if you're Martin County. You head to Lexington tomorrow, turn around and try to get a W. But this one right here, Chapmanville, they're going to face a young man.
He has to be 6'10", 6'11".
Every bit 6'10". So it'll be interesting to see how they match up here. Chapmanville heading back to the locker room. I know I'm excited for this one. It's the last game of the day, and I've heard tomorrow 6 games on tap.
Yeah, starting at 2 o'clock.
Oh, wow. And Kevin Jones will be here for this one from start to finish. And I'll be there in Lexington following Martin County against Kentucky Country Day in that basketball tournament. If they win, they advance. So we'll see if Martin County can get on their win-aways. That's where I'll be. I don't know a lot about, again, Kevin Jones, do you know a lot about this Wesley Christian team?
No, I know, we know Jake Sloan from 15th Region Basketball, but that's it.
Yeah, and I don't see Jake Sloan here.
I see him over there. He's in street clothes.
Okay, he's here, but yeah, there he is. He's in street clothes, and so he's not dressed. But listen, I've followed Wesley Christian a little bit and they've done pretty well on the circuit. They've gotten some nice W's.
Well, I mean, years back, they were champions, right? They won several championships, didn't they?
Yeah, a few years back behind
was it Coach Randy Casey there when they won the championship?
Maybe an assistant. I want to say Meddings.
Yeah.
They did a great job. We're about 4 minutes away from the start of this one. I'm excited to
watch Chapmanville here, yeah.
Yeah, Chapmanville play. The last time I was in here was for the region championship when Swaggy Saldine.
Woo! They went on to win the state that year, didn't they?
They did, and they got a big-time W here on their home floor, so that was a great experience calling that game. And, of course, we got Chris Kidd on the play-by-play. And I think this game we may let
Michael Shawn in on some action.
Let him lead the way, or let him
play some color.
Yeah, with some color, a little bit. And we're getting closer and closer to tip off here. West Virginia basketball here on the D&D Sports Network. Nobody covers it like we do. Kentucky just covering Paintsville and Huntington Prep. And Huntington Prep led at halftime. And I'm telling you, they hit shots, they can beat anybody. But I think Paintsville's size probably overwhelmed them late. And I think Paintsville went on to win that one.
I tell you what, I got to watch Paintsville the other night. They're going to be tough to handle. Their bigs can get out and shoot.
Yes.
Woods, man, he can shoot.
Brock Woods, Ethan Cole, they can step it out. They can do a lot of different things. And then they've added Graham Schutz and the transfer. I believe his name's Hale. And you add Lawfer. So now not only they beat you in the half court, they beat you in the open court. So Paintsville's a team to watch. They now move to, I want to say they moved to 3-3 on the year. And probably they're heading for a holiday tournament, I would imagine.
Now, was Graham Schutz starting at the beginning of the season?
Graham Schutz starting. He's still starting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that, but I know the other night he started, and I didn't know because he's a freshman. But I tell you what, man, he's grown. Been in the weight room, looks good, playing well.
Graham Schutz puts the work and time in, and you see it paying off. He's going to be a big-time guard as the years move along.
We're going to step out. We'll be right back with starting lineups here on the D&D Sports Network.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are here for the final game of the evening between Chapmanville and Wesley Christian. Chris Kidd and Michael Shawn Waller with you. Kevin Jones, our engineer and cameraman. And, Coach, he had to leave and head to Lexington, so Michael Sean going to join me for this last one. And Michael Sean, we've run you ragged tonight, so it's about time you got to sit down and take a break. Unfortunately, you got to listen to me for the next hour and a half.
Oh, that's all right, man. I enjoy it. I've seen a lot of people tonight I haven't got to talk to in a while. Great atmosphere here and some good ball games.
And this one hopefully going to be set up for another one, as we had a great high school game earlier tonight between Logan and Martin County, Kentucky. And now Wesley Christian getting here at the 11th hour again. They were playing in Ironton, Ohio, or Ironton, Kentucky, I should say, earlier. And now they make their way over here. This is a team that just really wanting to get out here and showcase themselves here tonight.
That is awesome to hear, Chris.
As they've been introduced, and now Chapmanville being introduced down on the floor at the moment as we get set for action. Again, Chapmanville had a tough outing the last time we were with them against Greater Beckley Christian. Again, Greater Beckley, that's a team that's going to be someone that's going to have to be reckoned with in Class A basketball as the year goes along, but Chapmanville lost that game by 5. They seemed a little banged up. They don't have Keaton Terry still. So this is still a Chapmanville team that's trying to get themselves gathered coming into this year.
Yeah, and today I got here and saw Keaton and see that he's got the cast off, so I guess everybody at Chapmanville's real excited. He's going to be back in about 2 or 3 weeks or get evaluated like that, right?
Yep, that's what the hope is. And you get him back, and then they've got a transfer from George Washington High School who is going to maybe be able to suit up in the next couple of weeks too. And if so, they could have 2 big-time monsters on the interior to help that defense out.
Yeah, that's what you need, 2 monsters for them guards they got. They got great guard play.
Now we get set to go to action on the 4th and final game of the evening as Dalton jumps it up with Mbe, and we're underway as Wesley Christian will have the tip first. On the left side, Tyler tries a lob pass inside, but good defense on the back door there by Dalton.
Yeah, nice D by Dalton coming out of the gate.
So now here come the Tigers. Opening possession for them as Dalton brings it across on the left side into the center. As he's guarded by Tyler, dumps it over into the corner for Smith. Back out, Dalton looking, gives it over far side for Atkins. Benji Atkins has that wrist wrapped up after he had it hurt the other night against Greater Beckley. Now out to Dalton, takes it to the right elbow, step back jumper from there, rattles out. Rebound tipped and taken away underneath by Mbe. Now Wesley Christian into the front court, looking for the first bucket as Baraditi gives it off. Back to the outside. Gaviria goes inside and now out to a 3. And that one knocked down by Baraditi. So first 3 points to Wesley Christian. It's over left side. Hovanak, he's going to step into a 3 off the front of the iron. Smith tried to tip it out, but it'll be out of bounds off of Chapmanville. Trying to shake the ball loose along the bench as it looked like it got coddled right underneath one of the chairs there. Yu Ting Chin will be the one to inbound it whenever we get back here. As we said, we'll get started tomorrow at 2 p.m. here from Chapmanville with our first game, the Chapmanville girls and the Sissonville girls. And want to give a shout out to a special listener out there tonight. I know Bethany Queen's out there in Aurora, Colorado, listening to us tonight,
Wow.
Michael Sean. Again, she's been dealing with a lot, too. She's got so much cake to try and get rid of at that house. I don't know how she's going to do it. But, you know, she sent me a picture of it earlier. I tell you what, good luck getting rid of all that cake, Bethany. There's just a lot of it over there. But we're glad you're listening to us out there tonight out in Colorado.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, people in other states listening.
Now pass stolen away up top as Dalton will dump it down to Smith. Tough take for him, and he's fouled on the way to the rim. And he'll go to the line.
Nice take.
Again, he's the younger brother of Isaiah Smith, who is the head coach of the middle school team for Chapmanville. Now a chance here to get Chapmanville on the board. Free throw rattles in for Smith. Chapmanville gets on the board, trailing at 3-1 now.
What's Chapmanville's record?
Again, they had the game against Bridgeport canceled last Saturday. I found out because I got here and saw no cars here.
Oh,
That's where I messaged Ashley. I was like, so are you not playing? He goes, no, I got canceled. I was like, oh, okay, good.
Yeah, thanks for calling, guy.
I was like, I guess I'll just go home then.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, as far as I know, Greater Beckley's been the only contest they've had thus far. It's a great take there by Tyler.
Nice take by the young fella.
Now here's Benji, gets to the free throw line, strong arms his way in, and he'll be fouled.
My first time seeing Benji. He's a big fella.
He really is. Again, football he looks like Gronk, and out here he just looks like another animal. So, this is a big kid to try and slow down. He's got his work cut out for him on the inside tonight with some of these guys.
Yes, he does.
They work it inside, shot off the mark, put back no good, and rebounded by Wesley Christian. Here they come into the front court. Trying to get inside, nice dish off underneath, and trying to throw it down was Mbe. He got too far underneath the rim, but he lays it in nonetheless. It's 7-1. With 5:40 to go here in the opening quarter, it's Dalton. Thought he got fouled on the way to the basket, but here comes Wesley Christian out with it. They get it over far side. Bavaria hands it off for Tyler. His three won't fall. Rebound comes to the far side for Hovanak.
Nice rebound.
Work it into the corner. Smith, three on the way. This one won't fall, but there's Brock on the rebound. Had it knocked away from him and out of bounds. That's something he did really effectively, though, the other night against Greater Beckley, is rebounding, especially on the offensive side. Jay Brock did a great job creating second and third chance opportunities.
Yeah, Jay Brock's somebody that's come along over the summer. He plays on the AAU, my son does, and we saw him in the zip zone, and Jay really looked good, like he's gotten better over the summer.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten himself ready to go for this season. Almost able to rattle home that three, but it pops out as Chapmanville slow start here offensively, trailing at 7-1 as Tyler. Nice fake, gets by, kicks it out, now to Chin. He'll drive all the way to the basket and lays it in with the right hand, and Brad Napper has seen enough. He wants a timeout here with 4:49 to go in the opening quarter. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here during this 30-second break. And just a reminder, this game brought to you in part by our sponsors, Sunshine and Stitching, Global Arc Ministry, Mountaineer Buildings, Town and Country Foodland, Witt's Mobile Home Movers, Quality Metal Roofing, Gino's Pizza, CJ White Consulting LLC, Giovanni's Pizza, Williamson Auto Sales, 304 Motorsports Park, United Motorsports, and Diamond Flagging Company helping us bring you these games this weekend from the Bob Runyon Classic. And Michael Sean, again, I don't know if anyone could hear some of the screaming over top of my ad read there, but I think we know who that was during that timeout.
Yeah, I think we do too, Chris. And we couldn't do what we do without our sponsors. And guys, hit that like and share button and get that out of here.
Absolutely. Out front, Dalton finds himself free for a three off the heel of the rim, rebounded though by Adkins. He'll take it back out on the right side. Adkins trying to find a lane, drives in, lost his footing. He'll kick it back out to Smith. Smith drives in, puts it up high off the glass, and there's the first field goal of the game for Chapmanville.
That was a good take in there with the big fella.
4:15 to go here in the first quarter. Tyler brings it up. Nice bounce pass on the baseline, and good defense by Hovanak on the backside to knock it away.
Yeah, Logan's come a long way too over the summer.
Yeah, he's someone that came off the bench a lot last year for Chapmanville in key spots and always contributed well. Now being called on here in the starting lineup role this season after Joey Gollahue graduated.
Yeah.
Now on the far side, nice strong take here and getting all the way to the rim. Layup good for Baraditi. So 11-3 now, Wesley Christian. Smith swings across court, dangerous, but finds Dalton nevertheless as Tyler almost able to intercept it. It's Hovanak up against Chin. Gives it off to Dakota. Nice little pass inside, but gets away, and now taken by Wesley Christian. Up ahead to Mbe. Tried to go up for the dunk, but fouled from behind by Dalton.
They called that an intentional, Chris.
And
I didn't see an intentional, I don't think, but I'm not the ref.
as Dalton didn't think he got enough of him for an intentional either. I think he was just trying to get his hands on him to try and prevent the dunk. But they will say intentional foul as Tala Mbe connects on the first free throw.
Big fella can shoot the free throws.
Second one, I'm like you, he's got a really good stroke, nice touch for a big guy. He looks all of 6'10", maybe 7 foot.
Yeah, I was on the floor earlier. I'm 6'2". He made me look like a child.
He made me look like a child. I don't know what he make me look like then. I'm only about 5'10".
Yeah, he's every bit of 6'11", 7 foot.
Out front, Tyler, he'll step into a three off the mark. Smith grabs the rebound. So push into the front court. Gets by everybody. Great take by Eli Smith.
Beautiful take. That's how you take it to the hole, guys.
Now it's a 7-point lead and a strip and taken away, and it's off of Wesley Christian.
Yeah, Jay Brock got his hands in there. Nice defense.
Now Chapmanville looking to try and climb back into it here after a quick start by Wesley Christian. Take it into the backcourt with Dalton. Dalton brings it up against Tyler. So get it off for Benji. Now back to Dalton. Takes it baseline. Gets a body on Mbe and puts it in strongly.
Now that's a take.
Again, that's showing the strength there of Dakota Dalton. Again, Mbe with a lot of size and strength, and he was just able to body up into him and get it to go. Is that three off the mark for Baraditi, and now a run out here for Dalton on the right side. He'll lay it in.
And here comes Chapmanville, Chris, like you said.
Again, they've quickly climbed back into it here, trailing at 12-9 with under 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tyler out front, trying to cross up Broad. Jay playing good defense, stays on him. They get it out to Mbe. Mbe, looked like he shuffled his feet for a second, but instead they're going to call a foul on the floor.
Yeah, I thought he moved his feet too before the foul.
So they do get Eli Smith on the foul.
We got Jacob Vance, number 14, coming in for Chapmanville, guys.
And Vance, he's played a big role the other night against Greater Beckley. Like I said, without Keaton Terry for the time being, also Austin Adkins.
Yeah, a lot of people having to step up in the absence of the big fella, right?
Yes, this is where you earn minutes, though, later in the season, as they do call a travel this time on Wesley Christian.
Yeah, getting back to your point, I agree with that. You play all hard right now, and the coach will remember you.
That's why we always said if you get an opportunity, go out there and show your best regardless of the situation, because coaches are still watching one way or another, and they do pick up on things. So Jacob Vance able to earn some more minutes after his play the other night. Dalton, he'll look for the tie from the wing. That three off the mark. Rebound loose underneath, and there's Vance fighting for the loose ball, but picked up by Diveria. So here comes Wesley Christian back the other way. As Oku Kosung into the game. Kosung takes it along the baseline, swings it back out front. Diveria is going to step into a three. This one off the side of the rim and rebounded by Dalton.
Great rebound by Dalton.
Now here come the Tigers trying to slice into this lead a little bit further. So get it out for Adkins. Adkins looks, drives in, cut off over there, over to Smith in the left corner for a three, and he'll knock it down. Well, that's going to draw a timeout by Wesley Christian, as Peyton Adams has seen enough here with 1:06 left in the quarter, and the Tigers have fought all the way back to tie things up. So this has been a strong stretch here for Chapmanville after it looked like they had a chance to get run out in the first quarter.
Yeah, it did. Hey, hats off to them. They could have folded up early in this game, and here they are right back in it. We got a tie ball game, 1:06 to go in the first quarter.
Again, I want to thank some of our sponsors here tonight, helping us bring you the action. Aracoma Drugstore, Logan Regional Medical Center, Logan Bank and Trust, White Eye Care, Southside Buildings and Carports, Jim Marr Services, Hill Chiropractic, and State Farm agent Missy Birchfield.
Yeah, like I said, without them, we couldn't do what we do, guys. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Again, we appreciate you being a part of the D&D Sports family. Out front, Wesley Christian with it now, under a minute to go here in the opening quarter, all even at 12. It's Kosung on the left side, and that one booted away by Benji Atkins. Well, he could have auditioned for the punting job this year if we'd have known that. I mean,
or a field goal kicker for sure. He had a shot, didn't he?
I was going to say, that was a pretty good boot with the left foot.
Yeah, wonder what he could do with that right one.
Just checking in now will be Eli Sperry, as Eli Smith will get a breather, as he had a heck of a first quarter, 8 points for him. Helped carry the offensive load, as 3 from the corner won't fall for Baraditi. Taken away by Chapmanville as they look to try and take their first lead of the game. Back out to Atkins, he'll drive in, spin move to the right side, and he'll be fouled at the rim by DeVeria, and that'll send Benji to the free throw line.
Did you see the ref? He was calling the foul and caught the ball at the same time. He's played a little ball in his life. Nice catch, ref.
As I said, you start to find out who's played ball and who hasn't, where they're out there.
Yes, sir.
Now Benji's first free throw up, this one off the heel of the rim, no good. And again, this was a major problem for Chapmanville the other night against Greater Beckley, was free throw shooting. I believe they finished below 50% on the night, as Atkins does hit the second free throw. And that does give Chapmanville their first lead of the game at 13-12.
Yes, sir. This is going to be a good game.
And right now it's shaping up that way as we've got mano-a-mano here in this first quarter. Baraditi will bring it back out. 17 seconds to go. Let's see if Wesley Christian tries to hold for one. Baraditi behind the back pass, gets away, loose on the floor, and Chapmanville comes up with a great play by the Tigers to come up with that. Now a chance here for Vance. He drives in. They're going to be called for a turnover instead. I want to give credit to Tyler Blair. He's the one that came up with that loose ball for Chapmanville on the other end. But a turnover will nullify that.
Yeah, he just came into the game and right on the floor he goes. I like that.
So now a chance here as Kosug gets to half court, gives it over Baraditi. He might have gotten it off at the horn. In and out, no good.
Woo.
And that'll do it for the first 8 minutes of action. So, tale of 2 quarters, and Chapmanville leads at 13-12 after 1. We'll be back after this as you're watching the Bob Runyon Classic right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Smokey Armstrong here from United Motorsports of Belfry. Looking for your next adventure? We've got the motorcycles, side-by-sides, and ATVs needed to take your riding to the next level. Whether you're hitting the track, enjoying the trails, exploring the open road, or seeking comfort and style, we've got you covered with trusted brands like Honda, Polaris, and Kawasaki. At United Motorsports, we're not just about selling power sports, we're passionate about helping you find the perfect ride. Our team will work with you to customize your vehicle, offer expert advice, and provide top-notch service. No matter where your adventure takes you, ready to get started? Call us at 606-237-7311 or visit www.unitedmotorsportsbelfry.com or stop by today. Your next ride is waiting.
Second quarter underway now as Wesley Christian and Chapmanville nearly battled to a standstill in quarter number 1 as Chapmanville leads at 13-12. Chris Kidd with you, Michael Sean Waller alongside me with Kevin Jones, our engineer and cameraman here for our final game.
I had to sneak some. I had no airtime tonight. I told Michael Sean, man, let me talk a little bit.
I was wondering, I was like, that doesn't sound like Michael Sean. I didn't see you take the headset.
I was like, here, let me talk just a minute here. He got a quarter in. Let me have a quarter. You know? You and Coach Keithley's hogged it all up tonight, and I was like, I got to get some airtime.
You are more than welcome, my friend. You are more than welcome. Tomorrow, whenever we're on about game 4 and I look like I've lost my mind,
We'll
in that 6-game stretch.
We'll just have to rotate tomorrow.
I was going to say, you're just going to have to wheel me out of here. But yeah, I said I've been doing this 20-plus years now, so I guess you just kind of get used to it after a while. But, you know, the good thing is we're not down there running and exerting any effort. So
We've got a book issue right now.
Yeah, it looks that way as Coach Adams over checking the Chapmanville book. I'm not sure if this is for fouls or –
Yeah.
But it looked like Coach Adams was satisfied for a moment. Now he wants to come back and take another look.
It's a technical.
Oh, okay. I see what Coach Adams may have been up to there.
It's going to be a technical on Wesley Christian on the book, so it's going to be a technical shots for Dakota.
Yeah, he was trying to make the case that they hadn't had looked like an illegal substitution here.
Well, prior to the game, the announcer got the starting lineup wrong with one kid with a number, and I'd say that's probably where it came from. They probably just now tried to check him in. He wasn't in the book, right?
It's a free throw good for Dalton. But, yeah, I'm like you. I think that's maybe what just transpired there. And if he's not in the book, we don't have it. As Dalton does can both free throws.
Anytime you got a book error, it's automatic technical.
Yes, I don't know if Coach Napper noticed that or someone along the Chapmanville bench may have, but they get 2 easy points out of it as Smith. What a strong take.
I'll tell you what, he's played well.
He really has. He's into double figures already now with 10 points. And again, after Wesley Christian raced out to a quick lead, Chapmanville has taken control of this game since then. Chin takes it in left side, lost it, and taken by Adkins. Benji will bring it up the center of the floor. Kicks it out. Brock gets a clean look for a 3. That one won't fall. Dalton fighting for the rebound with Mbe.
What a hustle.
Boy, they both went crashing going after that, and Wesley Christian comes away with it as Chin will stop, pops a 3, misses on the left side as Smith may have got a piece of that. Now Brock into the front court, gets to the middle, kicks it out. Dalton, wide open 3, cans it.
Sinks it.
That's 9 points now for Dakota Dalton as he and Smith carrying the load on the offensive side. They've scored all but one of the points for the Tigers thus far. Out front, they swing it over far side now. Tough take on the inside, won't fall, ball loose. Sperry tore it away. Now Dalton, he's feeling it. He'll step into a deep 3. This one just off the side of the rim. Mbe grabs the board, swings it up ahead, and again, number 13 is Truckenmore into the game for the first time. So get it over for DeViria. Back over far side for Kosig. Trying to get by Dalton. Now laser pass inside, gets it into the corner for Chin for a good look, and he'll can the 3.
Good ball movement.
That was much needed for Wesley Christian. 20-15 now. Chapmanville leads it. Dalton, spin move into the middle, puts up the floater and gets the friendly roll. Dakota Dalton with 7 this quarter, 11 for the game. It's now a 7-point Tiger lead. Dangerous pass as Adkins almost intercepted it. Into the corner for Truckenmore, back out to Viria. He'll go for 3, airballs it, but it falls right to Mbe. He kicks it back out, now to the middle as Adkins goes to the deck. Now Brock goes to the deck trying to get it away from Mbe. He'll step back for a 3, no good as more bodies crash to the deck. And now here comes Chapmanville out of the fray with it finally.
Bodies falling everywhere, Chris.
Boy, I tell you, it's like they're playing in high heels out there right now. As Dalton will give it over far side, they lob it in. Sperry backs his way in, turnaround hook, gets it to go. Largest lead of the half now for Chapmanville, 24-15.
I think that timeout from Napper got him fired up.
I tell you, the defense has looked a lot stronger here tonight than it did against Greater Beckley the other night. Again, Greater Beckley made a lot of big shots, hit a lot of big 3s, but Chapmanville definitely chasing a lot better and closing out better. But Chin able to hit again from the outside. He's got 8 points now, and now has a steal. Here he comes on a run out, and Chin, oh no, he took too many steps. That's a tough way to lose 2 points right there. And he doesn't really contest it, but yeah, he took a couple of long giant steps to get there.
That was one of them LeBron layups.
I was about to say, he's watched a little bit too much LeBron highlights.
He'll pick up his dribble at half court and still be able to make the layup, right?
Oh, some of the highlights of his are incredible, and not in the good way. Hovanak will give it off to Adkins. Back over, Smith gives it to Dalton. Smith and Dalton playing catch. Now Smith takes it baseline, rejected by DeViria, but there's Adkins on the board. Spins back to the right block. He's in a lot of trouble now as we get a whistle. And let's see if he gets bailed out with a foul here.
You know, a lot of these kids are getting out of football shape. You can tell they're still a little winded because they made a deep playoff run to the semifinals and just jumping into basketball, what, second week now?
Adkins gets it off the inbounds and lays it in. But, yeah, I'm like you. It's a different type of shape to be in. And, you know, not that one's better, one's worse. I said it's just a different type of shape. And, you know, whenever you made that deep run and then like immediately after that semifinal you're back into basketball, it's hard to adjust that fast. So now Adkins with a lot of contact in the backcourt. And I think they're going to get a foul on Wesley Christian. I think Benji wanted a foul called a little bit sooner that time but didn't get it.
What's Benji, about 6'5"?
I'd say so, about 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to send Michael Shawn down there and get him just, you know, do a tail of the tape with him. We try and measure him up like he did against the Wesley Christian players. Smith out to Dalton. Takes a screen, dumps it off inside. Great pass, and Smith had trouble finishing at the rim. He somehow got that through all that traffic, though. Now, laser pass near side for Chin. Chin, strong take, dumps off to Mbe, and he'll put it down with one hand. So Tala Mbe gets his 5th point and the lead down to 6. Dalton at the top of the key. Gets it to Vance, now down low to Smith. Back out to Dalton. He'll go for a triple. Cans it again.
Sinks it. Dalton has caught fire here in the second quarter, Chris.
He's got 10 this quarter and 14 for the game now. 29-20, and now a bump on the way to the basket as Berarditi gets fouled.
If you're tuning in, guys, hit that like and share button. Get these numbers up for these young men.
We're going to get Jacob Vance on that foul. And like we said, comment, share. You know, you can talk with us. Again, it's an interactive broadcast. We love talking with people as we go throughout. Offer free food. We're definitely going to pay attention. I mean,
Chris and myself will be here all day tomorrow.
Yep.
Hopefully, is it Dwayne coming with us?
Yeah, I believe Dwayne's going to be here too tomorrow. So you better. We're all just going to strap in for a long, maybe 10-hour day of basketball tomorrow here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium. Chapmanville comes out of the fray with the ball off the miss. They lead it by 9, trying to make it double digits on this trip. Dalton gets to the elbow, pull up jumper, and he's feeling it here in this second quarter. He has gone off now for 16 points. Again, Lucas Lambert-Logan had 23 in the first half against Martin County earlier tonight, finished with 35 for that game. Dalton on a similar streak right now. Is that 3 off the back of the iron for Kosug? Rebound taken away by the Tigers. We hit 2 minutes to go here in the first half. They get it back to the hot hand. He lobs it inside. Adkins gets good positioning on the left side, but there's the big arms of Mbe as Adkins tries to challenge anyway, and Mbe blocks it. Now Mbe loses control of it as Vance comes up with it. Over to Hovanak, pull-up jumper, won't fall, and Mbe chases it down in the corner. Now Wesley Christian trying to get back into the offensive flow they had in the first quarter. During those first couple of minutes where they really exploded. Mbe kicks it over to Viria. He'll go for a 3 off the heel of the rim and taken by Brock. And now Brad Napper wants a timeout here with 1:23 to go.
Second.
Yes, we'll keep things here, and I'd like to thank the rest of our sponsors here this evening for helping us bring you all 4 games tonight. Restoration 1, Ultimate Pond, Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, Treasures Unlimited, Cheech's Pizza, Crum Funeral Home, Three Guys Pizza, Tommy's Auto, Callahan Funeral Home, Warfield Market, and Butcher's Towing. I want to thank all of them again tonight as they're helping us bring you this Bob Runyon Classic this weekend from Chapmanville, West Virginia. And again, Brad Napper, he had an animated timeout back in the first quarter.
That's what got him going, I'm telling you. He got that timeout, got in him a little bit, and then they've come out a different ball club after that timeout.
I agree. It really seemed like that was the turning point right there. Again, I was reading off the sponsors. while that timeout was going on, and I could hear Brad. I could hear him.
I think everybody could. The gym got silent, right?
Yeah, but that's like I said, he knows how to light a fire under his guys like Mark Hatcher and others. I mean, they're just great motivators, and right now he's helped motivate his team to a double-digit lead as Dalton inside almost banks it in, rebounded by Mbe. Closing in on a minute to go in the first half. Veraditi, he had a strong start to the game. He's been silent since as he's double-teamed and then gets hacked. So that's only the second team foul against Chapmanville, or the third, excuse me. As Jay Brock picks up his first, so both teams with 3 team fouls. So they inbound it. Veraditi trying to back in here on Brock and had the chair pulled out from under him, almost traveled. And now Mbe runs over top of Dalton and a charge called on him.
Good job by Dalton there to stand in there and take the physicality and the charge to get the possession back to Chapmanville.
As I said, I think you get players like Benji, Dakota, and others that are willing to stand in, take charges, take a lot of punishment. I said that's where you got a physical and tough basketball player. Dalton on the wing, out front for Smith. Head fakes, drives in right side, and that's going to be goaltending, I think. Yes, again it was Davirio who hit the backboard and may have altered the shot, so they're going to count that for Smith. That's 12 points now for Eli Smith in the first half.
Yeah, him and Dalton's been most of the offense so far here in this game.
Yeah, look at the rest again. Sperry's got 2 and Benji's got 3, but other than that, it's been Smith and Dalton carrying the load as a 3 from the left side goes for Cato Kosick. It's a 10-point game now. A steal almost in the backcourt being fought for. Smith comes up with it, throws it up for grabs, and then Mbe just swats it into the stands with 12.5 seconds left.
Carol McCoy says Dakota Dalton is different. He is. He's a special athlete. I mean, coming right off the football field to the basketball court, and looks like he hasn't missed a beat, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, he looked like he had a leg injury there the other night. You wondered if that's some of the wear and tear from football, but he's back looking healthy as ever here this evening. That's 5 seconds left. Brock takes it baseline, step back jumper, gets to halfway down and pops out, and that'll do it for the first half as Chapmanville storms from behind and they take a 33-23 lead into intermission. We'll step aside for a break and come back with the second half after this as you are watching the Bob Runyon Classic right here on the D&D Sports Network. 33-23, Chapmanville leads Wesley Christian as we head towards the start of the third quarter. Chris Kidd here with you. Kevin Jones alongside me. Michael Sean Waller here as well this evening. As you look at the first half statistics on both sides, starting with Wesley Christian, and they were led by Yu Ting Chin with 8 points, Tala Mbe with 5, Baraditi with 5, Kato Kosug with 3, and Javon Tyler with 2 to round out the scoring. For Chapmanville, it was the Dakota Dalton and Eli Smith show as Dalton leads all scorers with 16 points, Smith with 12, Adkins with 3 points, and Sperry with 2 as Chapmanville knocked down 3 threes. Wesley Christian had 4. Chapmanville 4 of 6 from the line, and Wesley Christian 1 of 2. And it just doesn't seem like, Kevin, that Wesley Christian's been able to get into any sort of offensive flow since the first few minutes of this game, and Chapmanville's defense has been a big part of that.
You thought the first few minutes they just want to run away with it.
Yeah, those first couple of minutes, it felt like Wesley Christian might just wipe Chapmanville off the floor here tonight. And then Brad Napper took his time out and talked to his team.
It was over then, wasn't it?
After that, I think his team got the message. But now we still got 16 more minutes to play here this evening to decide this one, and Wesley Christian will get it first. So it'll be Baraditi over to the left side, skips across court. Tough pass, but gathered in as Ching gets it back to Baraditi. Goes for a 3. This one rattles out and taken by Smith. Smith had it poked away inside, trying to fight for it, able to come up with it again. Drives inside, goes all the way in, can't finish, but Brock gets the rebound and goes back up, and he'll go to the line. So Eli Smith was just dead determined on that play to keep possession and take that himself.
Now, is he a senior?
That's a good question.
Don't you teach here?
That's the funny thing. I teach here. I know hardly nobody. I do. I said, I know I can kind of get ragged on for not talking much with teachers and everybody else. I'm like, I have nothing to say. As I said, I'm as boring as I look. So, yeah, even some of the kids, I'm like, I see some of them, I'm like, I haven't seen them before. I basically go to my room, I teach my subject, and I go home.
That's what you're here to do, is teach it. And you quit coaching, right?
Yes, after last year, 16 years of that, I'd had enough. It was a lot of fun, a lot of great stuff, but I won't miss some of it. Baraditi, wow, what a take by him as he steps back and banks it in. And I say it gives me more time to spend wonderful evenings like this with wonderful people like you all.
That's exactly right.
Dalton.
He is still feeling it.
Wow. 19 for him tonight. That's 3 threes altogether.
I believe that one was from the logo, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one was a good 5 feet beyond the arc that time. Chin, little pocket pass over into the corner at 3 up on line, but just short. His rebound taken away by Chapmanville. They'll push into the front court. Dalton once again with it, had it knocked away from behind, but it'll stay with the Tigers. So I believe 21 is our mystery man there for Wesley Christian. Again, we mentioned he may not have been in the book and they subbed him in. So that would have been the technical earlier. And now, wow, what a pass by Brock. No look to Eli Smith, and he'll lay it in.
Chapmanville looking really good right now.
I told you, they look like a different team since midway in the first quarter. And just like the other night, they look completely different on the defensive end as they're starting to get their bearings about them. As Atkins going to be whistled for the foul out front. And getting to hold a team as talented as Wesley Christian at 25 points this deep into the game. Especially when they got about 10 of those in the first 3 minutes of this game. Says a lot about Chapmanville's defense as Atkins gets a hand on that pass. Tried to get it back over as, let's see who last touched here. They're going to say it's Chapmanville ball. So again, got deflected off of Baraditi's hand, it looks like, at the last minute. He doesn't believe so.
He didn't like the call at all, did he?
So he was making his case, but nevertheless, it'll go back to Chapmanville as Dalton. Ooh, he almost stepped into that one, but gives it off to Atkins. Benji takes it baseline, got it knocked away from him, and Ching comes out, and now there'll be a reach-in foul against Chapmanville. They may have got Brock on that. So that'll be the second foul on Brock. Wesley Christian will take over here as we hit 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Berarditi drives left side, strong take, and a great finish by Berarditi. He's got 9 now for the game. Brock in the backcourt, nice catch by Smith getting across the timeline, and he'll be fouled by Berarditi. Berarditi's had a little bit of the good, bad, and the ugly so far here in the second half.
Chris, do we have any golfing weather coming up that we might be able to get on the course anytime soon?
Sunday looked like it. I mean, if you're like me and a degenerate, you'll probably go out on Sunday. I was out there at Esquire a couple weeks ago. It was like 30 degrees.
Oh,
a couple of guys. We were literally the only ones there for about 2 hours. Dalton will get it out for Smith. Over to Hovanak. He'll penetrate in, kicks it out to Dalton. Open again. This time leaves it short. Taken away, though, by Wesley Christians. They'll push the other way. Chin takes it baseline, gets all the way to the 10, and he'll lay it in. So Chin into double figures now with 10 points. Back to a 10-point game, and Chin's going to commit the foul in the backcourt as Smith tried to get by. And again, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, it'll be the Chapmanville girls against the Sissonville girls here in Danny Gobby Gymnasium. That'll be followed by Chapmanville Middle School against Fort Gay Middle School at 3. Then you have Logan High School. Their JV is going to take on Mingo Central's JV at 4. And Chapmanville High School will be back in action against Mount Hope Christian at 5 as Eli Smith with another strong take. He's got 16 points now for the game as we get a whistle and a tie-up. And that'll give it back over to Chapmanville. In the last 2 games tomorrow, at 6:30, Logan Middle set to take on Expression Prep, and then the nightcap at 8 o'clock will be Logan High School against Expression Prep. So again,
ooh, that'd be a good one.
I think those are going to all be great games tomorrow. Some really fun matchups on the slate here at the Bob Runyon Classic. And again, if any changes come your way, we'll try and fill you in tomorrow as that goes along.
Yeah, they're always usually somebody drops out or something, but.
Nice pass over to Mbe as he'll lay it in on the left side. He gets his first bucket of the second half. 41-31, Hovanak in trouble, able to find Adkins. Now to Smith, pull-up jumper from 16, and he'll knock it down. 18 points now for Eli Smith as him and Dalton have combined for 37 of the 43 points tonight. Mbe shuffled his feet, and that'll be a travel. He thought he kept his pivot foot, but the referee says otherwise. So it's a 12-point Tiger lead as Jacob Vance set to check in. Dalton going to get a breather here with 4:22 left in the third.
I think I see Aiden Burke over there across the way, Chris.
Yeah, I think I see him as well over near the cheering section.
He had a highlight reel last night against West Logan. I think he had like 5 or 6 dunks.
Little floater by Vance in the lane, and Jacob Vance gets on the board for the first time tonight.
A Marshall signee, right?
Yes, sir.
Football.
Looks like he's sitting with.
Looks like Chris Ross. I see him over there, and then the other one is the basketball player this year for Mingo, their center. He's a 6'7". I can't remember his name though.
We got Evan Wood over there, so maybe some guys that made some friendships during football season.
Yeah.
You know, they probably talk a lot in the off season as well, being nearby. There's Mbe in the right corner. Gets it out for Berarditi. 14-point Chapmanville lead. Berarditi gives it back to Mbe. Takes it in, but had it knocked away as Mbe thought he was fouled. Now a long outlet pass to Smith, trying to chase it down. Caught it off the bounce, and Hovanak there to clean it up. Yeah, that was a very nice outlet pass. Turns into another easy 2 for Chapmanville as here comes Tyler, drives in, and that's just been the tell of the tape here in this game ever since the first quarter. As Brock kicks it out, Smith lines up a 3. This one off the mark, tipped out. Adkins shovels it over for Vance. Vance doesn't find an opening, kicks it out. Hovanak goes for a triple. This one off the side of the rim. There's Brock on the glass again, but he's rejected, and it'll stay with Chapmanville. Again, the Tigers just putting in a lot of work on the offensive end. Dalton will check back in here. Smith will now go get a breather. 3:11 to go here in the third quarter. Dalton trying to direct traffic. Finally gets Brock to go to the corner. Now back out to Dalton. He'll go for a three. This one left short. Rebounded by DeVeria. So give it over for Tyler. Almost carried it. Tyler gets over into the front court, tries to jump step in, and a blocking foul going to be called. And boy, that looked like he was set on that one. I think even the Chapmanville bench had the same reaction to that one. And Brad Napper, I went looking for him. He was halfway towards
the locker room
with his hands on his head after that. And I don't blame him. I thought that was a charge as well.
I thought he was set for a good 2 seconds before he got there, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's now the 4th team foul on Chapmanville, so Wesley Christian will be in the penalty the rest of the quarter. As Tyler, nice step back as he'll knock down the jumper. He's got 4 points now. As that one knocked away from Vance, and that went off his leg and out of bounds. So now Wesley Christian trying to see if they can mount a rally late in this third quarter. Chin will be the one to trigger it in. We'll get it into Mbe in the left corner. Mbe hands it off. Tyler got cut off by Atkins. He tried to throw it off his leg, and Atkins got out of the way. And now numbers for Chapmanville. Brock takes the hit, and he'll go to the free throw line as he got hammered on the way in. So 2:29 to go here in this third quarter. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors for helping us bring you these games here tonight. Sunshine and Stitching, Global Art Ministry, Mountaineer Buildings, Town and Country Foodland, Witt's Mobile Home Movers, Quality Metal Roofing, Gino's Pizza, and CJ White Consulting LLC, helping us bring you these games for the Bob Runyon Memorial Tournament. Brock splits the free throws and goes 1 of 2. He's got 2 points tonight, 15-point lead for the Tigers. Berarditi barrels his way in. Atkins gave way, but Berarditi couldn't finish it. Now Atkins, long outlet pass for Dalton. He'll step into a three from the corner. This one off the back rim. Rebounded by Chin. Good box out by him. Tyler across the timeline, cut off by Vance and Hovanak as he'll sling it cross court. Dangerous pass, and Atkins intercepts. Looks up ahead for Vance, but too strong. And that'll be out of bounds back over to Wesley Christian. So things gotten a little sloppy here in the last couple of minutes on both sides. And now you're just seeing mass substitutions on both sides. As Mark Hermoso comes into the game for the first time for Wesley Christian. Oki Kosug back into the game. He'll run point up top. 1:45 remaining in this third quarter. Kosug gets into the middle, spins back, gives it to Chin. Chin lobs one over Berarditi. He'll go for a triple, can't bank it in, and rebounded by Smith. Smith crossing over and may have pushed off, and yes, he did.
I seen it from up here.
Yeah, the official caught that as well. It's a pretty easy call there for the official. And it's team foul number 5 now against Chapmanville. As David Browning will check in for Vance. Under a minute and a half to go now in the third. Chapmanville's build on to their 10-point halftime lead. They lead it by 15 as Berarditi just got caught in no man's land that time and had nowhere to go with that scoop shot. Smith will bring it across midcourt, found a crease, gives it to Hovanak, gets to the free throw line, back out to Dalton. He'll go for 3, and he'll knock down another.
Sinks it!
That is 4 threes now for the game, and 22 points for the sophomore. Berarditi, he'll go for 3, and he'll answer back on the other end.
He sinks it too.
And I tell you what, he's basically been the offense here in this third quarter. He's got 7 points and 12 for the game. It's back to a 15-point margin. Dalton looks to answer again on the other end. This one off the mark, rebounded in the corner. As Kosug swings it cross court for Berarditi. And Wesley Christian needs to try and close in a flurry here. If they want to have a shot in the fourth, as he'll go for 3, and he'll hit back to back.
He is feeling it.
Timeout called. with 25.1 seconds to go in the third. It'll be a full, so we'll step aside as well and be back after this as you're watching the Bob Runyon Classic here on the D&D Sports Network.
Getting ready for sports means protecting those eyes. Up to 90% of sport-related eye injuries can be prevented with proper eye protection. White Eye Care knows this and is committed to providing the best protective sportswear for your child's eyes. As a proud sponsor of our community sports programs, we want to see our kids protected, from the little ones up to the big leagues. Our huge selection of eyewear makes finding that perfect pair easy. So win big this season. Call White Eye Care in Logan for an appointment today.
Hill Chiropractic would like to congratulate the Chapmanville Tigers and Dawson Hill and the Nitro Wildcats on making it to the state semifinals. If you've got any pain, give Hill Chiropractic a call today.
.1 seconds left in the third quarter. Chapmanville leading it by 12 as Berarditi with a couple of back-to-back threes sliced this deficit by a third from 18 to 12.
They're playing a boxing one on Dalton.
And again, he's had the hot hand tonight along with Smith for the Tigers. As Chapmanville trying to hold for one here as we're down to 10 seconds to go. Smith and Atkins playing catch up top. Now Smith gives it to Brock. 3 seconds left. Brock gets the free throw line, pull up jumper, bends around, hit every part of the rim, but just wouldn't fall. And that'll do it for quarter number 3 as Chapmanville leads at 51 to 39. Back after this as you're watching the Bob Runyon Classic right here on the D&D Sports Network. (51-39), Chapmanville leads it as we start quarter number 4. Chris Kidd and Kevin Jones here with you. Michael Sean Waller alongside us as well as inside they go, and nobody guarding Jay Brock, and he'll get an easy bucket. That's a way to draw up a play in the timeout between quarters. That'll build the lead back to 14 again. It's been as large as 18 for Chapmanville here tonight. Berarditi looked to pick up where he left off in the third. A little too strong, but gets his own rebound, charges in, and crashes hard to the deck. As they'll say, a foul on Chapmanville.
Very athletic.
He really is. Again, that kid's...
He gets to the rim with ease, don't he?
He does. I mean, he's got long strides as well, and he's got good control as they get Browning on the foul. And Berarditi at the free throw line for the first time tonight, and he'll sink the first. I'd like to thank Giovanni's Pizza being a sponsor for tonight's action, along with Williamson Auto Sales, 304 Motorsports Park, United Motorsports, and Diamond Flagging Company, helping us bring you the Bob Runyon Memorial Classic here this evening as Berarditi hits both free throws. And the lead back down to 12 now as Wesley Christian hanging around. Out front, Adkins Gives it to Smith at the elbow. He'll bring it back out. Had it knocked away a couple of times, but now gets it to Adkins. Adkins wrap around pass to Browning, and he'll lay it in.
What a pass by Adkins.
That was an incredible look by Benji that time, and a good finish by Browning.
You've got an advantage, Chris, when your big man can handle the ball and pass like that.
Absolutely. Again, just showing off their athleticism and skill as Berarditi pulls from the Tiger paw, leaves it just short. Rebounded by Kosig. He'll get it back out to Chin. Chin tried to drive and then lost it as Brock comes away with it. Oh, and then Brock lost it off his foot and out of bounds.
Dakota was like, I was trying to get out of his way.
Yes, I don't know if Dakota knocked that loose or if Jay just lost it off his foot, one or the other. Nevertheless, 14-point lead for Chapmanville. Under 6.5 to play here in the fourth. Berarditi, another strong take. Can't get finished this time. He wanted a foul, but doesn't come up with it. Outlet pass a little too strong. Saved, but right to Smith for an easy lay-in. So he's got 20 points now for the game. And a timeout called with 6:14 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, the full timeout call by Wesley Christian. We'll be back after this as you're watching the Bob Runyon Classic on the D&D Sports Network.
Southside Buildings and Carports and Southside Shed Hunters of Louisa, Kentucky offers shed hauling services up to 16 by 52 long buildings. We also have lofted cabins, utility cabins, garages, man caves, she sheds that you can customize and order to your wants and needs with many different options such as workbenches, shelving, transom windows, and much more. You can go to the location or buy using 3D Builder's online order system. You can build right from your own home. We offer metal garages and carports that are built to any size and installed right on your property. For more info, call 304-928-0060 or 304-928-0062. Here at Southside Buildings and Carports, we've got you covered.
Wesley Christian ball out of the timeout as they trail Chapmanville 57-41 in our final game of the evening here from the Bob Runyon Classic. As Brock with a nice steal, and then he'll be fouled from behind.
Great defense.
Yeah, he's played incredible defense tonight, been on the glass. Again, he maybe hasn't had the point production that he wanted this evening, but Brock has definitely been a force in this game for the Tigers. Now they'll inbound it as Adkins will take it out front. 16-point lead for Chapmanville, under 6 minutes to play. Browning will take it, gives it over far side for Smith. Smith waits, now gives it over to Adkins as he'll hold out near midcourt. Again, Chapmanville in no hurry here as Wesley Christian look like they've gone to a bit of a zone or a box and one zone as they go to Brock. His three well short. Rebound knocked out of bounds and off Wesley Christian. And Berarditi has had a tough night with the officials. Again, he's thought he's been fouled several times. He thought he's had some calls go against him, and he's not happy after that call either as he goes and just kind of shrugs right at the Chapmanville bench afterwards. As here comes Benji, forces his way in, and he'll be fouled on the way to the basket.
I heard that one up here. I heard the slap up here.
I was going to say that one, I think you can say for certain that he got caught on that. So he goes to shoot two with 5:34 to go here in the fourth. Want to thank some of our sponsors: Aracoma Drug Store, Logan Regional Medical Center, Logan Bank and Trust, White Eye Care, Southside Buildings and Carports, Genmar Services, Hill Chiropractic, and State Farm agent Missy Birchfield. As Benji knocks down the first, second free throw too strong. This rebound chased down in the corner by Wesley Christian. Berarditi kicks it back out front. So swing it into the corner, three on the way, and that one knocked down by Truckamore. So he gets on the board for the first time tonight. 58-44. Atkins had it knocked away, gets it back, looks inside, somehow got it between defenders to Brock, but couldn't finish. Out of area, gets it up ahead to Berarditi. He'll drive into the center, dishes into the corner, back out to Chin. He'll get a good look for three, online but too strong. Chin able to chase down his own rebound, goes cross court. DeViria Euro steps inside. Shot won't fall. Strong defense by Adkins on the play. Now back over to Kosig. He tries to get inside. He's cut off. It's back over to Baraditi. 4:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Baraditi charges in, and he'll be called for the charge as he ran over top of Adkins. And that is just specialty for Benji Adkins. He's been one of the top charge recipients in the state for quite some time. As Baraditi picks up his fourth foul on that charge. Now Chapmanville ball with this 14-point lead. Hovanak. Oh, lost control of it in a double dribble. And those are some of the little mistakes that'll drive Brad Napper and others crazy. And they've had a couple of those tonight, but not as much as what they had against Greater Beckley. Again, this has been a cleaner game so far by Chapmanville as that layup in reverse will go for Truckamore. He's got 5, and now Smith in trouble in the backcourt, and Coach Napper calls for time once he saw his big man in trouble. So 4:13 to go, a 30-second timeout will keep things here. And I want to thank the rest of our sponsors here this evening. Restoration One, Ultimate Pond, Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, Treasures Unlimited, Cheech's Pizza, Crumb Funeral Home, Three Guys Pizza, Tommy's Auto, Callahan Funeral Home, Warfield Market, and Butcher's Towing, who helped sponsor all 4 of these games we've been able to bring you tonight here from Danny Godby Gymnasium. And like we said, Kevin will be here, not necessarily bright and early, but we'll be here like while the sun's still out tomorrow.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's what I was hinting at. You know, if it was going to be somewhat warm in the morning, I actually got 9 in there. But I don't think it's going to be. So.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have that luxury tomorrow. And, you know, we'll start at 2 o'clock tomorrow with Chapmanville girls against Sissonville girls, varsity high school action. Chapmanville Middle School will take on Fort Gay approximately 3 o'clock. Logan High School's junior varsity will take on Mingo Central's JV at approximately 4 o'clock. Chapmanville High School, this team will be back in action against Mount Hope Christian at approximately 5 p.m. Then Logan Middle School will take on Expression Prep at 6:30, and Logan High School. Winners tonight over Martin County, Kentucky, 83-75. They'll take on Expression Prep in the nightcap at 8 p.m. Atkins will swing it over. Dalton goes for 3, and he'll hit another.
Woo! On fire tonight.
5 3-pointers for the sophomore and 25 points total. 61-46. Baraditi tries to answer, but that one's short. The rebound taken by Atkins. Atkins outrunning himself and fumbled and bumbled his way out of bounds with the ball that time. Again, the big man just had trouble getting control of it. You know, we've all been there, Benji. It's fine. I do that just getting out of bed in the morning. Now in the corner, 3 on the way for Truckamore. That one off the mark. Dalton tips it out. Over to Baraditi. He sidesteps, goes for a triple. This one rattles out and taken away by Browning. Now we get another whistle as DeViria went crashing to the ground.
I like the physicality of the big men for Chapmanville. They play physical down low.
I was going to say, this Chapmanville team, again, if you don't play with any physicality, you might as well just rot on the end of the bench because you're not going to see any playing time.
And I'll tell you what, that was the difference in the Logan-Martin County game today. Logan was more physical than Martin County.
They absolutely were. And, you know, it was just an odd game because the tempo was at Logan's pace. Martin County wants to get up and down, left and right, you know, shoot a bunch of threes. And not that Logan doesn't like to get up and down, but Logan kind of forced him into a bit of a slower tempo.
Forced him into play the way Logan wanted to play.
Yeah, and it was just a brilliant game plan by Mark Hatcher.
Absolutely.
And well executed by his club. And that was a great win for them today, 83-75. And that was a game that 8 points was actually the largest lead of the game on either side, and it was the final score. So if you missed that one today, go back and check that out on D&D Sports Network.
Yeah, heck of a ball game.
It's inside, Hovanak gets it, had the shot put it up, no good. Smith got it back, couldn't hit, and then gets blocked on the third try. Now Wesley Christian coming back the other way, trailing by 15. Kosig goes for 3, left it short. Rebound out now to Baraditi. He'll drive in, hit, counted, and the foul. Good take by Baraditi.
They just won't go away, Chris.
Yeah, again, it's been hovering. This game's been hovering around 12 to 18 for about the last 10 minutes of game time now, it feels like. But Wesley Christian just can't break through that 12-point barrier, and Chapmanville just can't totally put them away.
Yeah.
But if you're Brad Napper, I think you'll be happy if it stays between 12 and 18 for the next 2 minutes and 57 seconds. It's Baraditi. He's had a great second half. He's got 14 of his 19 points in the second half. Misses on the three-point attempt. It's rebounded by Chapmanville. Atkins looking, gets it up ahead to Smith. He'll drive baseline reversal. Almost got it to fall. Dalton gets the rebound. Can't hit. Tips it up, no good. Rebound comes out and Vance clears it again. Baraditi has 4 fouls. He's got to be careful as Dalton sinks a three from the corner.
28.
It has been a virtuoso performance from downtown for Dakota Dalton. 6 3-pointers in all. And now Baraditi goes for 3 on the other end, no good. And Dalton's got 4 threes here in the second half, 28 points total. Here's Brock gives it over for Atkins, now back to Brock. As we close in on 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Atkins into the middle, gets it out, now to Dalton. Dalton spins, trying to get away, instead gives it over. It's Chapmanville just working clock right now with this 16-point lead as Dalton gets inside, dishes off to Brock, and he gets it to tenuously fall through. It hung there for a minute and finally goes down.
Very unselfish play there by Dalton.
66.
Nice pass.
Yeah, again, he could have taken his 30th point there, but instead gave it off as Truckamore able to finish on this end as he gets the layup to go. He's got all 7 of his points here in the fourth quarter. 66 to 50. Dalton skips it cross court. Smith back out. As Atkins will get it over for Dalton, trying to save it, just does. And again, this Chapmanville club will take on Mount Hope Christian tomorrow at approximately 5 o'clock. Quick turnaround for them and a great pass by Benji, setting up Vance for an easy 2. On the other end, 3 up for Kosick, no good. He'll get it back. He went to his knees. Harlem Globetrotters his way back up, but then loses it. Now, final minute of play here at an 18-point Chapmanville lead. Vance gets inside, swings it over for Dalton. Down to 45 seconds, and again, time now for our Tug Valley Wellness Center player of the game. And again, you got Dalton with 28 tonight. You got Smith with 20. And again, both of them really shouldering most of the load on the offensive side, as Brad Napper will take a quick timeout just to get some of his substitutes into the game. But who do we got here tonight, Kevin? Again, I've been giving player of the game out to everybody in the gym here.
I think it was really close. I think Dakota's pulled away at the end.
Yeah, I would agree. Again, Eli's
played very well, and that's what I said. I think it was really close there for a while, but I think Dakota's just stretched himself away here. So I think our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game is Dakota Dalton.
Yeah, again, and Smith had, like you said, he carried the load a lot in the first quarter with 8 of those points. Then Dalton got hot in the second quarter, and he stayed hot throughout this second half, finishing with 28 points. So we agree, Dakota Dalton, our Tug Valley Wellness Center player of the game here this evening. As Chapmanville now empties a portion of their bench with 20 seconds left. As Harless will bring it out to Gollihue. Over to Brock Carter. It's taken away now by Kosick with 10 seconds left. He'll bring it across the timeline, and now Wesley Christian will just run out the final seconds as Chapmanville, after a slow start here tonight, come back, and they were out Wesley Christian down the stretch, 68 to 50. And again, appreciate Wesley Christian coming from Ironton to play another game here tonight as well. They really putting on a showcase for their program, so we appreciate them coming down, being a part of this tournament, and helping get Chapmanville a ball game tonight whenever we weren't sure we were going to get one.
Absolutely. Chris and myself, we're going to jump off here real quick because we got to be back for a long day tomorrow. But before we do that, let's give a shout out to all of our sponsors for today: Sunshine and Stitching, Global Arc Ministry, Mountaineer Buildings, Town and Country Foodland, Witt's Mobile Home Movers, Quality Metal Roofing, Geno's C.J. White Consulting, LLC, Giovanni's, Williamson Auto Sales, 304 Motorsports Park, United Motorsports, Diamond Flagging Company, Aracoma Drug, Logan Regional, Logan Bank and Trust, White Eye Care, Southside Buildings and Carports, Jim Mars Services, Hill Chiropractic, State Farm, Missy Birchfield, Restoration One, Ultimate Pond, Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, Treasures Unlimited, Cheech's Pizza, Crumb Funeral Home, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, Tommy's Auto, Callahan Funeral Home. Before I go any further, does that not remind you of the Tommy Boy?
I said the exact same thing.
I'm just saying, I had it, it's in order with it too. He's like, this is Tommy, and we're going to go get Callahan break bread.
I did. I said the exact same thing earlier when I was reading it with Coach.
Warfield Market, Butcher's Towing. Guys, come back tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Bob